one reason, but she actually came for two, but she just didn't know the second reason. But I want to present to the City Council, constituent of District 3, Mrs. Susan Rouillier. Would you please come forward, please? Presenting this proclamation, you signed up to talk about your book that you had just written. But when I was listening about the book, I thought about all the hard work that you have done since I've been on council, not just for District 3, but throughout the city of Mobile. And I think of no one as fine to present this proclamation today than you. Even though I have many other hard workers throughout District 3. So I'm glad that you are one of those hard workers. And this proclamation reads, whereas Ms. Susan Rouillier has been honored for her dedication and research of the history of the South Mobile, South Documented Parkway, and for writing the book titled South Mobile, as well as her successful photographical career. And whereas she has an undergraduate degree in microbiology from the University of Melbourne in Australia and a master's degree in computer science from the University of South Alabama. And whereas Ms. Rouillier taught computer science for 34 years in the institution including the Bush-Iscari Institution of Technology, Mobile County Public School System, the University of South Alabama, and the Alabama School of Mathematics and Science in Mobile, Alabama. And whereas she has received awards and grants, which include the Fulbright Memorial Fund Master Teachers Program Grant, the National Finance Award, Tannic Technology Scholars Program for Outstanding Mathematics, Science, and Computer Science Teacher, and whereas Mrs. Rouillier, community involvement includes writing a grant to provide computers and computers application for BC Ryan High School, Governor Board member of the South Alabama Research and Service Center, founder of the Hillcrest Writers, Mobile Ballet, and as well as wrote and finished by a Southern Lady Award and video called Activists with Children. She also helped revitalize the Riverside Community Action Group. That's why I love you for. And now, therefore, I, C.J. Small, council member of District 3, along with the mayor and the Mobile City Council, do hereby proclaim Tuesday, June 26, 2018, as Ms. Susan Rouillier Day in Mobile, and urge all our citizens to join with us in celebrating Ms. Rouillier and this moment occasion done at the city of Mobile, Alabama, this 26th day of June 2018. C.J. Small, council member, District 3.
Publication of a new book called South Mobile, 1699 to 2018, about the southern part of Mobile. It's an area dripping with the history, as rich and fascinating as that of the old city. Did you know that the center of activity for the first settlement of French Louisiana was at the mouth of Dog River, at the King Louis XIV warehouse? Did you know that the Kentucky Derby winner of 1884, Buchanan, was bred at the Magnolia Racetrack and Stables on Cedar Crescent Road in South Mobile? Did you know the first cotton mill and cotton village was on Dog River in 1859? Did you know top-secret Norden bomb sites were manufactured at Brooklyn, and that the construction of Brooklyn caused homes and churches to be demolished and graves excavated for World War II efforts? Did you know the Cedar Point Railroad was a train in 1837 that ran from Mobile to Dog River to move goods directly to and from the deeper parts of the river, bypassing the need for smaller vessels? Did you know Camp Good was a Civil War training camp on Dog River where officers Henry Semple and Edmund Pettus wrote letters home to their wives? Did you know the bay was filled with so many large fish that rodeos were held in the 50s and 60s where huge strings of fish were caught? Or that there was an annual swimming race from Fairhope to Grandview Park? Did you know Buccaneer Yacht Club had the most interesting clubhouse in the world, fashioning it from a huge four-masted schooner and hoisting it up onto Arlington Point in 1939? Did you know at one time there were as many nightclubs as churches in South Mobile? And that Elvis, did I mention Elvis, sang at the radio ranch and rode horseback along Dog River with owner of the Beachcomber, George Hall. Did you know the first school in South Mobile was built by African Americans in the 1890s when there were no schools at all, and on land donated by Gaines Frazier? Besides its history, the book contains many first-hand personal stories and images from residents. One of the stories is about Gaines Frazier, probably born a slave in Watauga County in 1848, who bought a large piece of property on Cedar Point Road. He raised 24 children and believed in education. His grandson, born on the farm, became the first black Lutheran bishop in the United States and an international figure who helped Nelson Mandela, Desmond Tutu, Andrew Young, Haitian President Jean-Bertrand Aristide, and others. The human stories would not have been possible without the citizens of Mobile, some of whom are here today, who told their stories and graciously opened their photo albums. I'd like to, they're sitting out here, if you would stand, and there is, raise your hand. There's Peter Days, Mr. Peter Days, Mr. Lou Lartigue, Mrs. Mary McHugh, Mrs. Sue Pitt, Mr. Hal Tippins, Mr. Lee Spafford, Mrs. Johnette Quinn, Mr. Wade Reinchinker, Mr. Ben Glover, and Mrs. Sandy Eddy. But this book would not have been possible at all without Harriet Dykes. Harriet Dykes, who has lived in South Mobile her whole life and was really able to open all the doors to the community. We'd like to present a copy of South Mobile to the city and one to our good Councilman C.J. Small. Thank you very much.
One thing, Susan, could you inform the public where they can get a book from? And also, I had got a chance to look at the rough draft. Not too many people know, except for the people that were raised up in the South Vietnamese community. But in the mid-1900s, there was a beach off the downtown Parkway called Albuquerque Beach, and which is also in the book. Mr. Mayor, I want some help to reopen the beach, Albuquerque Beach off South Downtown Parkway. And I want to
We got it.
there's a beach coming to Mobile, Alabama, District 3.
Councilman Small, I'd also say, with USA's help, since they own most of that beach down there, maybe we can work out the deal.